Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise to bring you the essential insights from the stories that matter. Today, we're plunging into a question, a really interesting one posed by blockroar.com. Can Binance Pay truly overcome South Africa's crypto payments barrier?
It's a fascinating setup, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You see, we're setting the stage in this, well, almost paradoxical market. South Africa's online retail scene is just booming, explosive growth.
Right.
Yet, despite this huge digital shift, cryptocurrency adoption for actual payments, it remains surprisingly, well, marginal.
Still on the fringes.
Exactly. It's a compelling puzzle.
Yeah.
So we're going to unpack why that is and what Binance Pay's ambitious entry into this landscape really signifies.
And to really get into it, we've got a good stack of sources. The core, obviously, is the blockroar.com article itself. Very sharp analysis there. But we've also brought in comprehensive reports on online retail in South Africa, like the Online Retail in South Africa 2024 report, and some banking fee analyses, too.
Okay, so broader context.
Exactly. These help us understand, consumer habits, the existing payment systems, the whole environment Binance Pay is stepping into. Our mission really is to go beyond the hype, look critically, like a tech journalist would.
Okay, let's do it. So start with the scale of this e-commerce growth.
Yeah.
South Africa, the numbers are, well, they're substantial.
Yeah, they really are.
Online retail hit 71 billion South African rands in 2023. That's a 29% jump from 2022.
Huge increase.
And it's not slowing down, projected to break, 100 billion South African rands by 2026? What's really driving that acceleration?
Well, what's crucial here, and the reports highlight this, is it's not just a sort of pandemic dividend, a temporary thing.
Right, not just lockdown shopping.
No, exactly. Digging deeper, this sustained growth is really being pushed by aggressive e-commerce moves from the big physical retailers.
Ah, interesting. Like who?
Well, think ShopRite's 60/60 service. Their revenue surged. I think it was 63.1% in the second half of 2023 alone. And Pick and Pay. Online sales leaped 76.3%. Now, contrast that with Tiki-Lot, the big online-only player.
Yeah.
Their sales only grew about 6% in South African rands in the same period.
That is a stark difference.
It is. And then, of course, you've got Amazon.co.za landing in May 2024. That's bound to shake things up, maybe bring lots of smaller sellers online.
Okay, so the big takeaway is established players are driving online growth, leveraging their existing infrastructure and trust.
Pretty much. Digital adoption isn't like one single wave. It's shaped by habit and convenience.
Which brings us back to the paradox. Roaring e-commerce, driven by traditional giants. Yet crypto payments are still struggling for traction. It's odd.
It really sets the stage for Binance Pay's technical pitch.
So what is their play? What's the core value proposition according to Blockroar?
Okay, so Blockroar highlights the big ones. Zero gas fees, so no extra network charges on your transaction.
Right, that's a barrier for crypto sometimes.
Definitely. And instant settlement for, I think it's over 100 cryptocurrencies. The whole idea is simplicity, making it as easy as using a card or an EFT, a bank transfer.
Yeah, and the merchant.
They get their money in South African rands the next business day. So it's designed to be smooth, remove that friction.
And Binance Africa's Larry Cook called this a breakthrough moment, particularly for stablecoins and crypto in Africa generally.
Yeah, he did. And stablecoins are key there, trying to address that volatility concern people have with crypto.
And this isn't just a local thing, right? Binance Pay has a huge global footprint.
Oh, absolutely. This is part of a massive global operation. They've processed, get this, over $230 billion in payments globally.
230 billion.
Billion, across more than 300 million transactions worldwide. So the infrastructure is proven, it can handle volume. That global experience matters when entering a new market like South Africa.
Okay, global scale is one thing, but local integration is where it gets real, right? Are they connecting with South African systems?
They are, and that's critical. They've integrated with major local payment gateways like Peach Payments and MoneyBadger.
MoneyBadger, okay, do we have any numbers on how that's going?
We do, actually. MoneyBadger shared some data. In the first half of 2025, they processed over 19,500 crypto transactions worth about 7.77 million South African rands.
Okay. How does that compare?
It's up from the first half of 2024, which saw around 13,300 transactions worth roughly 5.7 million South African rands. So there's growth.
There's growth, definitely. But I mean,
Well,
7.7 million rands over 6 months in a 71 billion rand market. It's still quite niche, isn't it? Early days.
it is definitely early days, relatively speaking. But what's interesting is how people are using it, according to MoneyBadger's CEO, Carel van Wyk.
Huh?
He points to a shift. People moving beyond just holding crypto as like an investment.
Circulating, yeah.
Right, to
Right.
actually using it for day-to-day stuff. He gave examples like someone buying garden tools or like fittings with crypto.
Huh.
Everyday items. Yeah, which ties into that broader trend we saw in the Online Retail 2024 report. Online shopping spreading across more diverse product types. So it suggests a move towards actual utility. It's a positive sign, even if the absolute numbers are small.
Okay, so the tech is there. Zero fees, instant settlement, global backing, local integration, and some early signs of utility shift.
Right.
But, and it's a big but, this is where the Blockrower article pivots, framing it as why trust, not tech, is the real hurdle.
And this is the core challenge, I think.
It shifts everything, doesn't it? From code to psychology to habits. What does the data actually say about this trust issue?
It's pretty stark. That Online Retail 2024 report, it shows only, 18.6% of South Africans really believe online shopping is safe?
Less than 1 in 5. Wow.
And even fewer, 19.7%, feel confident putting personal details online. And this isn't just, a feeling. It impacts behavior directly.
How so?
Well, nearly 27%, 26.9% to be precise, of people who abandon their shopping carts do it because they just don't feel comfortable sharing credit card info online.
So over a quarter of lost sales are down to trust.
Exactly. The insight here is that for something like Binance Pay, no matter how slick the tech, it first has to win this battle for belief. And that's way harder than optimizing an algorithm. It's about changing minds.
And it's not just lack of trust in new online things, is it? It's also the fact that traditional payments are so dominant, so entrenched.
Absolutely. Binance Pay is walking into a space where established methods are everywhere and, crucially, trusted.
I mean, credit and debit cards, 100% acceptance by retailers, EFTs, bank transfers, almost universal at 96%.
Everyone knows how they work. Everyone accepts them.
Plus, you've got the newer digital banks, like Time Bank, Bank Zero. They already offer free or very low-cost transactions, right?
Yeah.
Free admin fees, free digital transfers in many cases, even from traditional banks now.
That's a really important point. It kind of dilutes that zero-fee advantage Binance Pay offers, doesn't it? If people feel they can get similar cost benefits from systems they already know and trust.
Why take the leap into something perceived as more complex or risky?
Exactly. Which leads to the question, what do businesses actually care about most when picking payment options?
And what does the research say on that?
Well, an industry survey we looked at was very clear. Top priorities for businesses choosing a payment gateway. Trust, 91%. Security, 90.6%. Way, way above just having a wide range of payment methods, which only 18% thought was critical.
So merchants care about trust and security above all else.
Overwhelmingly. So Binance Pay, with all its cool features, first has to pass that fundamental trust test before businesses will widely adopt it. It's step one.
Okay, so trust is hurdle number one.
Mm-hmm.
What else? You mentioned accessibility and operational challenges.
Yeah, beyond trust, there's still a digital literacy gap. That same 2024 retail report, it found over 21%, nearly 22% of consumers definitely agree. They just don't know how to shop online.
Still quite a significant number.
It is. And nearly 30%, 28.5%, still firmly prefer physical stores. There's a comfort level with the traditional way.
How does Binance Pay deal with that? Can the tech help bridge that gap?
Well, it's interesting. While you have that literacy gap, you also have very high mobile phone use for online shopping, over 50%.
Okay, so people are comfortable using their phones for shopping.
Right. And that aligns perfectly with Binance Pay's QR code feature. You scan a code with your phone app. It's potentially very mobile friendly.
Yeah.
But bridging that gap for mass adoption, that's going to take serious effort. Education campaigns, much simpler onboarding, making people feel safe and confident using it. It's not just about having the feature. It's about teaching people.
And what about the retailers? What are their headaches?
Their top operational challenges, according to the surveys, payment failures, that's 18.2% of their problems, and customer service issues, 16.8%. Stability and reliability are huge for them.
Payment failures. That connects back to the consumer side too, doesn't it?
Directly. Declined credit cards, they account for over 52.2% of all cart abandonments. People try to pay, the card fails, they give up.
Okay, so that raises a critical question then, doesn't it, for you listening? Is it really clear that crypto payments with potential complexities like, I don't know, wallet compatibility or the price swings of some coins,
Right, volatility.
do they offer a reliably more stable experience than cards in terms of just working?
Yeah.
The promise of instant settlement is great, but if the transaction fails more often or feels more complicated,
Yeah.
then merchants won't see it as solving their biggest payment problem, which is failure rates. That real-world reliability has to be rock solid, demonstrably better to disrupt things. That's a massive hurdle for getting businesses on board.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. Where does this deep dive leave Binance Pay in South Africa? It's clearly technically strong, global credibility, local partnerships are happening.
Yep, the features are powerful on paper: zero gas fees, instant settlement, and rands.
And those use cases, while small, are shifting slightly towards actual spending, not just investment.
True. All those things are positive points.
However, our critical look, pulling together these sources, points firmly towards the non-technical barriers being the main event here. Real adoption, the kind that makes crypto mainstream for payments. That hinges on overcoming trust.
It's all about trust and habit, isn't it?
Fundamentally, Binance Pay's success won't just be about zero fees. It's about building consumer confidence in a skeptical market. It's about improving digital literacy, making the brand familiar outside of crypto circles, and fitting smoothly into how people already manage their money.
So it's less about the tech infrastructure.
Well, the tech has to work flawlessly. That's table stakes. But winning hearts and minds, that takes time, education, and really understanding the psychology of a market that's wary of online risks.
So the final thought for you to consider: given this big trust barrier in South African e-commerce, how much of Binance Pay's eventual impact will really depend on its ability to educate and reassure people, make them feel safe and simple using crypto, rather than just relying on its technological edge?
That feels like the central question moving forward.
Thank you for deep diving with us on blockrora.com.